Hey, welcome back to the Royal Word. So we got, Justin back in the building. We got another little guest, Miss Chelsea. You can go ahead and introduce yourself, Miss Chelsea, since the people's already met Justin.
My name is Chelsea. I'm 29. I'm originally from Virginia and I live in New Orleans now, and I do graduate admissions.
Word. All right. Oh, I keep forgetting. All right. So the question of the day: can you be friends with the opposite sex without there being anything sexual? So it's like,
yeah.
And is it okay? Like, So how y'all feel about that?
Go ahead, tell us.
Do you want me to start?
Yeah, if you don't find TJI sexy, then you just tell the world that. Let them know.
What'd you say?
If you don't find her sexy, just go ahead and tell the world. Let them know.
LOL. I think that it's perfectly fine. It's very dependent, and it varies from person to person, and really like a lot of different variables go into like how friendships like are fostered. So it depends. If it's all in like ill fates from the beginning, then like that's never gonna work out anyway. So but I think that is possible. What do y'all think?
I mean, yeah, I'm 100% think it's possible. Like, two of my best friends are female, so of course I think it's possible.
Right.
I know a lot of people don't think it's possible, but I mean, I don't see why not. I think it does take a level of maturity to be friends and not, cross any boundary lines or do anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I think like I said, it all depends on the person, in my opinion. And some people can do it and some people can't.
Yeah. Hopefully that's just a package. My bad. Yeah, no, I think so too. I think it depends on several factors, right? Like how you start off the friendship. Like if y'all flirting or doing whatever in the beginning, then it's probably not gonna be that way. I think the second thing, it depends on if you're in a relationship with somebody and how they feel about it. But no, yeah, no. And I also think it depends on like your relationship with your significant other. Like if you have one, and if they on some insecure stuff, or like, I don't want you to have any guy friends, I don't want you to have any girlfriends. I don't really care what the foundation that you built with a friend before. If they not having it, it just kind of makes it difficult.
Yeah,
you think true. That's a deal breaker? Like if your significant other came out and said, yeah, you can't be friends with her or him?
Go ahead, Charles. You go first, because
I think it would depend on like when they said it, because like deal breaker is a big thing. Like if it's gonna be a deal breaker, it should be like at the beginning. So if they say something at the beginning and you're like, I'm not doing that, then like obviously it would be a deal breaker. But like later in the game, at that point, like if your partner doesn't know your friends, then like it's probably an issue. And if they do know your friends and they want you to abandon them, that's probably a bigger red flag than then it would have been initially just being like, oh no, I'm not dealing with this. So it depends on when it happens.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, again, mine is always difficult because Heather, one of a kind, right? Like me, I make new friends all the time, right? Like that's just my personality, right? Heather can't have no male friends because she don't talk to nobody, right? And when I say she can't have none, I don't mean it in a possessive way. I'm just saying, like, knowing my wife, like,
my face, like I cannot hold. Just like,
I just like, to me, I'm like, at this point, like, whoever she came in the relationship with, she can keep them, right? But she ain't come in a relationship with no male friends. Right, like that's what I'm saying. So it wouldn't be me saying. So
like, if she had like a coworker, a new coworker, and she became friends with him, you wouldn't be cool with that?
Like what kind of friends? Like they going out to lunch or something like that?
Yeah, like
lunch, movies, shopping.
Maybe just like no, like
no, huh? He ain't gay. He just
straight.
No,
yeah, he's straight.
Oh, okay.
But like, Buddy could
no,
be cool with you too. Like, you know, she come over the
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
You know, y'all
That's
grill,
what I
like,
mean. Like,
nigga around. Excuse me, nigga around.
Yeah, I think again, cause you always told me that I ain't right when it comes to this, because I'm just my Heather different, right? Like she just don't like she don't be leaving the house, like she don't really be making, she
yeah,
don't really
I
be
get that
making
she
friends like
wouldn't,
that, right?
but if she did, I get that she
If she
wouldn't.
did, if
But things are
I have
circumstantial.
to, you know,
Certainly, like having a coworker is circumstantial. So, like,
yeah, I'd say, yeah, that's gonna be. Because me again, yes, it is hypocritical. Like it's hypocritical, right? Because like I know my personality. My personality is like, yo, da 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 da, right? Like that's just me. That's not her, right? So my thing is for her, in order for her to have developed some type of friendship, some type of bond like that, like solely with like she got a guy friend that at work, and we supposed to be going on a double date with he and their wife, right? Like I'm like, yeah, like that's cool with me. But I don't want you touching my baby girl at 10 p.m. That's the cut off. You know, like
yeah, but like, yeah, what you were saying, like the situation that he's in, he probably wouldn't do that either. So, right.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, if that's the case, yeah, if they got somebody too, I'm good with that.
I mean, I think you have to have like there's a be respect relationship. Like, you know, you're right, you can't be texting people at 10, 11 o'clock. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's a little OD, but I think they still can be friends, even if he didn't have anybody.
Yeah.
Not like he was like, hey, come, let's go on vacation and we're gonna share a room and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be that this way. It's just like she ain't never had it, right? And so I'm coming from a position where she ain't had it in 11, 12 years.
Right.
So now all of a sudden, like again, my wife can do whatever she wants, right? Like that, I can't, you know what I mean? She can do whatever she wants, right? But I'm just saying, like, just knowing her and her type of personality, my wife isn't the most welcoming of strangers, right? Like that's why I'm saying. So I'm like, for somebody to kind of have gotten in, you know, kind of gotten past that veil where she's cool and comfortable and like that are like she don't even talk to her girlfriends like that, right? And so that's where my mindset is coming from, like her specifically, right? But you know, if when I was with other girls and they had guy friends, like yeah, like that's whatever. They ain't me, you know what I'm saying? They ain't me, but so I'm cool with that. But it's just Heather. Yeah, it's just Heather.
Right. Fair. But, yeah. Understandable. I mean,
and that sounds kind of bad though. That sounds pretty bad.
I've always been a very like draw the line in the sand with most of my guy friends, so it's never really hindered me in my relationships.
Like I said, I think you gotta like just respect, you know, the line set in place, like girls or guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got another one. What if, like, all right, they're established friends, right? You know, some opposite sex friends, and you know they're cool. Everybody knows they're cool. But like, what if they did something that you couldn't do or didn't do? Like, what if they gave better gifts, or you know, they can cook and they always give them plates and stuff like that? Will it be a sense of why you always going to them for it, or a sense of jealousy in there, or like, will it be something like that?
If they like gave better gifts than me?
Yeah, it's like say like Christmas times, like you know, like all right, you know, you normally give like decent gifts, but it's like oh, they always go over the top, but it's like it's straight friendship, like nothing.
Yeah.
But it's like you know, there's always like kind of like in your mind, kind of outdoing, you know, what you did.
Can I ask a quick question to that?
Yeah.
Are the gifts they getting for strangers or friends better than the ones they're giving to you? Is that a part of the equation? Because I think that, in my opinion, that may cause a little bit of jealousy. Like if you stay getting me gift cards and I'm, you know, I mean, I'm your significant other, but for everybody else, you getting them, you know, tickets to Paris, you getting them the new drinking game. Like, so is that a part of it, or you just saying regular, like they're just they just act like you? For example, you are a really good gift giver. Like if you saying like that's just one of their talents and they just better at it than you. Like me, I don't care. Like if that's what you're gonna do,
that's
like that's fine. But if it's you putting more effort into the gift that you giving somebody.
No,
that's
the
not,
person giving the
that's not
gift
me?
isn't going
Okay.
above and beyond it. They're just better at it than you
Oh.
are.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
Okay.
basically, is it like, am I insecure about? Would I be
Yeah.
insecure about my partner's friend being better at something than me?
Yes. Yeah.
No. Have fun.
Yeah, no.
I mean, in terms of gift giving, I'm a pretty good gift giver, so they're not really about to top that. But for my partner, but like in terms of, I don't care. Have fun.
Yeah.
Everybody has their thing. They should be better at something than me.
Yeah. I like only reason I said that it wasn't about gifting. It was something different. Like I know, like I know people who can cook, and so it's like I know, like especially like with my mom, like she can cook, but I know people can cook better. So like
Right.
some type of like it'd be some type of animosity when it comes to like, dang, this don't taste like what you calls. Then it's
Right.
like, you know.
I mean, if they went out of their way to say that, then that's maybe your partner's problem and less of like their problem of being better cooked. But like honestly, again, everybody has their blessing. There's something that they're good at, and if my partner's friend is better at cooking than me, why am I upset about that? Can they cook 2 plates? I mean, honestly, like
that's my point of
high.
view. It's like, well, dang, like
inflation is the bitch, you know. If they can Hello Fresh it, I'm fine with that. More than fine with that.
All right, well, I guess we all pretty much on the same page.
Bitch.
Huh?
I'm no hating ass bitch, you know.
Period. Right.
Is there anything y'all want to talk about? Anything else y'all got for us?
Oh, I got one.
All right.
Do you think? Oh, this is for Chelsea. Do you think that people who were initially friend zoned have a better chance if they stay in there to become, you know what I mean, to slide into that relationship spot, like, you know what I mean? Because I believe one of them things where it's like, oh, like he's like my really good friend, right? Like, do you feel like
consistency,
in my opinion, I could. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like I feel like the best relationships start off as like friendships, right? Like,
right.
At least that's what they show in the movie.
Yes. I guess it depends on the woman because, you know, FNF is really popular these days, and men are just, it's easy for men to set themselves up to be used. I mean, by the right one, right? But I think like consistency is key. Just don't be a fuckboy. Just like play your little role, and if the time is right, then like that kind of sounds predatory now that I'm saying it out loud. But realistically, like if you're interested, like consistency is key and usually. So I don't want you to get used. I don't want to put stuff out there that makes it sound like I'm just looking for y'all to get used, but I can't disagree that like sticking around is can be helpful.
Okay.
Sure. Look, I give them 2 chances. I ain't trying third time. Fuck that. Nope.
That's fair.
Look, if I get friends on, look, the second time, that's it. That's why I stay. Look,
sometimes it's just about timing.
Myself right here. I don't even want it no more.
Sometimes it's just about timing. I wouldn't be in my relationship had it been the right time the first time.
Nah, because don't come over here now. Nope. Keep that way. Keep that same energy.
There's a way to go about that too.
Nah, it
There's
ain't.
a way to go about that.
Nah, it ain't. Don't come over here heartbroken. I ain't fixing shit. Nope.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Chelsea, I'm gonna ask you this question, and then you can put it back on TJ and I. What are the 3 things that, as a woman, you think are important to keeping your man happy? If you had to just narrow it down to 3, you said, all right, if I do these 3 things, or if these 3 things are done, this is the key to making my man happy.
mm, 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 mm. Um, I'm trying to like rank them because I think like that's important. I think like attention is important. Like number one, like you gotta like pay it some attention. You gotta foster whatever you're growing, right? So like investing your time into it is really important. Um, I guess like, hmm, I think, and I think like investing your time is like it in like three different ways because you're investing like your energy into it, into like knowing somebody and all of that, but you're also investing like your time into it, like cleaning the house and making sure things are put together and like and like making sure you have things to do together, you know what I mean, like planning dates and but and then I think like I don't know, just making sure you're not a bitch or like you're agreeable to an extent because like everybody's already stressed out with like this COVID shit and like working all the time and realizing that like we don't have to like sit behind desks and be miserable 9 to 5 to like live and to like make money and keep money. But like people still come home like really frustrated at the end of the day and like don't nobody want to have to deal with like, let me go through your phone. Where you going tonight? Like nobody wants to deal with that. Like having an attitude, like it's so draining. Like as a person, you don't want to have to deal with that, but you don't want to have to dish that out all the time. Doesn't that make you like sad and miserable? And like, why are you in a relationship if you feel that way?
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So TJ, not to hijack his show, sir, but what is your response to that? Because I know me personally, I know we talked about it in the past. I got the 3 P's of successful relationship, right? But I guess I'll tell Chelsea, I guess your response to kind of one of the things you say, like whether do you agree with it, like is there something else you want to add to it? And then I'll say with my 3 P's that I feel like, and then we'll try to explain or tell Chelsea what we feel like make a woman happy.
No, like I said, I agree from everything she said. I know like what makes me happy is being appreciative, being like supportive, and being your own happiness. Like don't depend on me to be your happiness, or don't force me to do a lot of stuff I don't want to do. You know, that's my biggest thing. Because like I can't stand like getting drugs or just because you want to go. Like, nah, I don't want to do that. I really don't. Because like I'm sorry that I don't. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying don't drag me along. Like
Fair.
Yeah. Okay. Well, these are the 3 P's that I've discussed with my boys, right? And I feel like, and they definitely align with some of the things you were saying, Chelsea. Peace, right? Like so, like you said, when we coming from a long day of work, we both working, right? So I expect us to both contribute. I don't like the 50-50. I like the 100-100, right? You don't want to be giving, half into a relationship. And then I say privacy. This also goes with something that you said. You gotta go through your phone, who you texting, let me smell you, you know what I'm saying? Nah, like
you're not
and then the last P that makes, you know what I'm saying, most men happy, we don't keep it PG, but vagina, but we don't
that's not PG.
Right. and again, to me, I think and again, none of those things cost money, right? Like, and I think that's where sometimes us men fail, where we think that we need to like buy a woman's happiness, right? There are some of them that want the Birkin bag, but those, you know what I mean? Those are for sure. But I think those 3 P's for men, I think those are what makes us happy, right? And so, in my opinion, what do I feel that the 3 things that probably make a woman happy is to show a genuine interest in her interest, right? Because y'all minds are going just 100 miles an hour, just like ours are. right? And so, and I, me personally, I try to make it a habit to like the stuff. I mean, I don't want to say like the stuff, but know some of the stuff that my wife, is interested in, such as makeup, such as drag queens, um, such as some of the housewives shows and stuff she watches, right? Like I just try to take a genuine interest in that. I would also say listening, right? And that's something that us men, I know me personally, I'm still working on that. Like I think I'm at the third grade listening level. Like that they be going in one ear and out the other. And then I would say the other thing is, as a man, I would say to take care of the things that we don't want women worried about, right? Like such as, I know me personally, I take care of the bills, I take care of the house, I take care of the investments, I take care, you know what I mean? Like the stuff that, that would make it easier on y'all. And if you notice, I ain't put no D in there because a lot of y'all women don't be begging from it the way we do. We be begging.
I didn't even want to. I didn't want to say which, like, I couldn't even use the P when I said, because I was like, I'm not about to be hypocritical up here and be like, yeah, that's what women have to bring to the table. I was like, I'm not even gonna go there. I'll let somebody else bring it in. But
yeah, we need that. Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah, we need that.
If that's all you bring to the table, shit, we need to meet at a different table.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just for the little kids table.
Huh?
I said that's just enough to go on the little kids table. We need the dining room table. We need the 8-pack, the 6-seater.
Not the kids table.
Okay, I got another question from the female perspective.
All right.
For your relationships in the past that weren't successful as you would have hoped them to be, what would you pinpoint to? Again, there's always 100 million things that that lead to maybe an unsuccessful relationship, but what would be the 3 things that you would point to and say, if this person did this? And we're not playing the blame game, right? Because whenever a relationship doesn't work out, it's most of the time it's both people's fault, right? So we're not gonna put the blame game on you or us. But what would be the 3 things that you would point to, be like, all right, these were the reasons why my relationships were unsuccessful?
That's interesting that you say, because I expected you to ask, like, what was the reason? And I expected you to expect me to say that it was like his fault, because I was immediately about to like blame myself. So that's interesting. Yeah. But I think that like communication was off. And I think like it's attributed again back to like a thought process that I had, like an unrealistic expectation of a relationship that I had. And then like privacy, we were talking about privacy. There was like no privacy on my part. I didn't get much of any privacy. So that was like difficult. And then you know how they talk about like love bombing, like at the beginning of relationships where they're just like, oh my God, infatuated. That like never really ended. So I like couldn't cope with that.
Oh, okay. Okay, explain that a little bit more. Like when you say, so we'll say the butterfly, when you get the butterflies in your stomach, are you saying that never went away? Or that, well, I just want to make sure I'm understanding.
Yeah, kind of. Just like there was never like okay, we're together, like I don't have to do all that now. Not like do all that, but like I don't have to like drown you in showing you that I love like all the time.
So like that clingy stage never went.
Yeah, the clingy stage never ended for like on one side, and I was just like, okay, all right, this feels like like a lot, and like I can understand like the internalization. Like I was an only child in the household. I was smothered to an extent by like my parental guidance because like they didn't have any other people to focus on. I get it, but like I didn't want that from like myself and my partner. So like it was just not something I could work past.
Okay.
Yeah.
TJ?
Oh, I know mine. I screwed up, but I be learning from my mistakes. That's all. That's all it really.
No, don't. You
That's
you
not
you do
enough.
not get the you do not get to skip
No
over this
pass.
one. What
What
other?
else?
Yeah. No. What are the three things that you felt like? Again, like we were saying earlier, it's always 50-50 on a relationship, right? Like
No,
whether
it's not
it's
even 50-50. I
I
know most
wasn't
of it
get.
was my fault. I ain't gonna look. It was more 75-30 because I know what I did. I know
Yeah.
how I'm better for it.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll say is I know I'd say the reason why, and again, mine were I was young, right? Like I haven't been in a different relationship since I was 19, right? So it's kind of I feel like those adulthood relationships probably would have been a bit, maybe I would have had different things to say, but I know that I was insecure as hell, right? Like that was just off top. I was also like, and my insecurities caused me to be like never fully like dive into a relationship, right? Where one of my old friends always, Martha, always told me that I was a check man, right? And I was like, what you mean by that? She was like, you like to know that you could get her check, you could get her check, and after you leave her, you definitely could get her check, right? And when she said that to me, I was like, what you talking about? Damn. Then I was like, damn, what's she know my life? Right. And then I was yeah, I was like, damn, she got me on that. And then I would say the other one was definitely communication, right? Because sometimes I think that what I'm saying, it come across perfect to me. I was what you mean you don't understand what I'm saying? Like it came across like I thought I said it, you know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King, we have a dream speech. I thought it was nice like that. But again, you can't and I think and that's something that I'm still working on to this day. The way I talk to TJ, I can't talk to Chelsea. Right? Like my delivery sometimes is the same across the board. And so I think those are probably some of the things that I would say.
All right. Last question before we wrap this up. Just to go back to the friends thing, right? Could your significant other be friends with their ex? Or could you be friends with your ex?
Yeah, I can.
If they weren't dead.
You got it both ways, bro.
They weren't dead. They died to me. Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe if I had a different partner, my answer would be different. But I'm just I don't know. Like I'm real conflicted in the head because I'm like, no, they ain't got nothing to say there.
Yeah, I'm straight off that.
Like, no. I know I'm crazy. Like,
yeah, I would just rather not deal with that. I like put 4 people in a room together. I'm good. I'm straight. No need to mess with a decent thing. You know what I mean? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, it's so. Yeah, I don't. I operate under a different set of rules.
Very clearly.
Yeah, no.
What about you? You said no too.
I think like you said, it's a dependent thing. It's like, has that friend moved on and like they living their own life? Then I can deal with that. But if they broke up and they still stuck, nah.
I don't know about that. Yeah.
Y'all they want that new flame. Yeah. Nope.
I guess. You're more mature than me, DJ. I tell you that much.
Like I said, they gotta be like knowingly moved on. Like it's not like, you know what I'm saying?
Married and moved on?
Or like just like at least with somebody else. He's not
That's
enough.
not enough.
Got a whole,
not far enough removed. Nope. No, thank you.
She got a whole husband out here, and you like, nah.
I mean, if they were married, maybe, but I don't know about
Yeah,
not
that,
dating.
yeah, I'd agree.
I don't know.
What if it's not like they want to be friends with like y'all as a group, not just them? Like it's like, hey, it's my ex, but can she come to the cookout? Like we all here.
Nah, okay, I changed my mind. You said something about the cookout, and I just completely shut down. No, she cannot come. She cannot.
And I'm just thinking. I'm like,
I'm not looking for her. No, no, I'm
yeah,
straight.
no,
I'm not
yeah,
that mature.
yeah, I'm good.
I'm mature. I'm just not that mature. That's all.
Because see, then I can't even focus on the cookout or the hot dogs or the burgers because I'm looking at you, making sure you ain't looking at my white burgers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or her buns.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not. Man,
he ain't got to look at him. He already done seen him. It's like, what you look? Ain't nothing.
First of all, we ain't about to be disrespectful on the podcast.
He already started. No. No.
Yeah, nah. Oof.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I agree. TJ, I want to come to your house for your cookouts though. Because if that's what you on, I want to be there.
Yeah.
But no,
I want to be
like
it
all depends. Like they got to be moved. Like it ain't no they
So you gonna be on a dodgeball team with your ex and her husband?
I could do that, but it's different. Like say if they moved on, if they are moved on, I could do that. Like
her husband gonna be trying to pelt you every game.
But like no, if they like haven't moved on, like and like
yeah.
if it's her ex just like was like, hey, come, do this, and he's still like fiending, then nah. I'm not. Look, we're gonna have a strong understanding. We're gonna have a private talk upstairs in this little office room here, and he gonna know I can hit his ass from about 300 yards. As long as he cool with that, as long as he cool, just waking up one day, next thing he like, hi, I got here. As long as he cool with taking them chances, shit, we cool.
All right.
Because anybody who's willing to risk that is a mighty good one.
You rolling the dice, but I commend you because I mean, y'all can't be so villain. I got to help with the food, and I just don't know how I feel about that.
Look, too much familiar meat on the grill.
Yep.
That ain't gonna work.
Yep, don't like that.
All right, could you go to an ex's wedding?
Yeah. I don't think I have like any.
Okay.
The ones that I don't hate, obviously.
I understand that. Like, if they cool enough to invite you, obviously they ain't got no malice in their heart.
I don't know how they would feel about it, but like, I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm finna be fly at the wedding, so.
Right?
Sure
always gonna look good, so don't really matter.
Yeah, just make sure she's secure. See, but me, I'm a show offy type of dude, so I'm finna have my wife in there looking tight. You know what I'm saying? Like I might even let her wear a wedding dress in that mud.
And then you trying to cause problems.
As a +1? Oh my god, messy.
Like, me. Yeah, my exes are so far removed. It's funny. I actually saw one of my exes at like an event, and I pulled up. Heather and I pulled up. I was like, "Oh yeah, hey, this is Heather." Da da da. Her fiance was cool as hell.
Yeah.
So it was straight. Heather was like, I was like, "Yeah, babe." Yeah, no, it was cool. Heather, I was like, "Oh yeah, babe, that's my ex." He's like, from 12 years ago. Okay, like he just was like, whatever. Like,
what if you didn't tell him though? Like, so say like you go to a place and you don't know that's their ex, and like it's like, oh, they were cool, but you found out later.
It depends on the relationship that they had. Like if they were dating, yeah. Like,
but what you ain't know though? You're like, oh, she was good people, and you find out after you get home
that they were dating.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Like if you were dating,
sneaky.
I should have already known who you've been dating.
Well, why does it matter? That's the past.
Because I want to know like what kind of relationship the person that I'm with has with the people in this room. I mean, like if it was serious, if they're just friends and the majority of their relationship is just friendship, then fine. But like if the majority of their relationship was romantic, like I would rather know that. That's all.
But like in my opinion, it's like what you don't know will never hurt you. So like, why you need to know?
I disagree with that 100%. But your past will haunt you if you allow it to.
Yeah, if you allow it to.
Omitting things will allow it to at some point.
Huh?
So let me ask this one. I was watching this thing on the Breakfast Club, right? And this is going off your question, TJ. And it said it's this group called Division, and it's the song's like about how they cheated. Like you gonna let one loaf to all this stuff, right? Like this is almost like the City Boys national anthem. I don't know. Have y'all heard the song?
Oh yeah, I think I have.
Yeah, it's by Division, right? And they were on the Breakfast Club, and they were talking about it, right? And they asked these guys. They said, "Is it beneficial to tell the girl or your significant other that you cheated rather than just keeping it clean? Like, for example, let's say Chelsea, like, is it like, would you want your partner to say, hey, I cheated on you, right? And now you openly know that because is it just them clearing their conscience? Or would you rather not know about it?
Hell no, take that shit to the grave. What I don't know won't hurt me, man. But just keep, as long as I don't find out.
That's where it goes to TJ's thing. So like, if you did something that you knew they quote unquote, like this is pretty much what they're saying, that they weren't gonna find out, right? Would you openly be like, and y'all had a good thing going on, everything was straight. Like, would you openly tell your partner like, oh yeah, I did blah blah blah, right? Or would you just take it to the grave? This just goes to what TJ said, what you don't know won't hurt you. Like that's what my question is.
Like if it was already done?
It was already done, like.
Oh, well, that's fucked up. That's a really hard situation because I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't do it so that I wouldn't have to worry about it.
But I'm just saying, if it was done and it happened, what would you like? Let's say it happened a year ago, right?
Yeah.
Like, would you then like your spouse your significant other won't go find out? Like, are you just going to say, well, hey, this Thursday, this Tuesday after Taco Tuesday, you know what I'm saying? I was washing the dishes. I just want to let you know I cheated on you about a year ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you putting that?
I don't think I could live that dishonestly. Quite honestly, I mean, like I don't know. I invest time into a peaceful home, and I don't think I could live like that unpeacefully, like inside. Yeah. So I probably would.
TJ, could you live peacefully?
I sleep good at night.
What?
I sleep real good.
LOL. I don't know.
But like on the back end though, like if you went out and did something to me, it's like as long as you ain't bring nothing home, and as long as I won't find out, like as long as you won't like next door doing it, it's like this happened. You was across the country, and I ain't never gonna see this do a day in my life.
So just because it was discreetly disrespectful, it's okay.
Well, you're right. It's a disrespectful thing, but if I don't know, how am I gonna be disrespected?
That's disrespectful to cheat on your partner that you've committed yourself and your things in your time to. It's disrespectful.
But sometimes things happen.
Yeah, and then you have to be the big boy that you said you was that night and tell them about it.
What? They not gonna know.
Because you have a duty to respect your partner. Oh my Jesus Christ.
But it's like, why would you bring undue hurt upon them? So now they can't trust you. Now
they shouldn't trust you.
But they don't know that they can't trust you.
But you should know.
But me knowing ain't gonna make me not sleep at night.
You don't owe that to your partner?
Huh?
You don't owe that to your partner? Your honesty? Whoa. All right. Let's talk with some sense. I don't understand.
I'm like, it's not gonna be on my conscience at night. Like, I'm not gonna be, I'm tossing and turning. Like, I feel like I did
contradicting ourselves for the benefit, and it's not worth it. Because you're gonna be tossing and turning with that shit tomorrow night, not her. She doesn't even know what's happening. Okay, you can say that all you want, but now that you know what I just said, you're not gonna be able to unknow it. Just know that.
No, look, I know you're right.
You're not in the situation right now. come to that point, you can't unknow what I just told you. And it makes sense to you. You just said it. Yeah. So good luck.
Like, it makes sense not to drive fast because you get a ticket. They still drive fast.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, it's definitely levels to everything. But no, I heard that, and I was like, yeah, okay.
I don't know, man. Like I know there are people in this world that like will sleep just fine at night knowing that they like are not being trustworthy people, but I can't.
All right, so would you rather your partner like it's like, hey, I'm about to make this mistake, I'm sorry, what? Or would they make the mistake? Would you rather ask for permission or ask for forgiveness?
Oh God.
I mean, if he asks for permission or forgiveness, he's gonna end up single regardless. So I guess it doesn't truly matter. Get your nut, I guess.
Well, which one would you be more okay with?
I'm not okay with either. So
no, I'm talking. I know the outcome's gonna be.
I'm not more okay with either. I probably would end up doing the same thing. That's what I'm saying. So.
But which one would you not split the dude ties for? That's my
question. Hold on. Go back. You gonna end up doing the same thing? What?
What?
You say you gonna end up doing the same thing as far as what?
Like, if they tell me ahead of time, like if they ask for permission or if they ask for forgiveness, you gonna get it regardless. Have fun. You might as well just go and do it. Cause like either way.
What if they don't do it? What if they thought about doing it but didn't do it?
I mean, I hope you don't tell me.
See, there you go. What you won't know won't hurt you.
I mean, there's no sense in telling me. Why the fuck would you be telling me that?
You said you want them to be honest, like, hey, I thought about it. I thought about you. I didn't do it. I didn't go through it. I came home.
But why would you tell me that? That's me being like, hey, I was drunk at the strip club and I was thinking about fucking on this dude that had some money upstairs, but I chose not to. Why the fuck would I tell you that?
But that's what I'm saying. What you know won't hurt you. It's like.
But if he didn't do it, why the fuck would he tell me? I'm saying if he did do it, he would tell me.
Because you want him to be honest.
About something that he didn't do?
Yeah, he still had the thoughts.
I don't need to hear every thought that you have, but like if you did something, I would like to know it. That's all.
Oh my God.
I should have brought those cards. I have those, you know, those date night conversation cards. I bought a deck of them.
Well, we can do that another time because I think this is getting kind of long.
Yeah.
But anyway, hey, check in with us. Check the website. Follow us on IG. Check out Chelsea. She got a bunch of cool stuff out there. Check out Justin. He always doing big things. So keep an eye on him. Anyway, until next time, we out.